So I just came from a boot camp we had in Bucharest right now. We actually left the student on the field. He was actually having an instant date. Basically after 5 approaches, more or less, like took half an hour, 5 approaches. Instant date with the girl. We kept stalking them to see what happens. Like 2 hours have passed by, and then we were like, well, this is definitely leading. I mean, I think he's gonna take her to the hotel and call it a night, and that's what happened. Our student, by the way, is 53 years old, and I'm doing this video because, as you can see, I'm pretty tired, but I just felt the inspiration of sharing some information over here, because I am taking a look at Bucharest, and I see some things that are not so beautiful or amazing, so to speak, and most probably you've noticed them in America or in Spain, Italy, Greece, Germany, wherever you are.
So I'm Benjamin, I'm 39 from Germany. I live in Bucharest now, and I came here today to meet Andrew to, I would say in general maybe to learn something new about myself, but to find out everybody has some certain areas where there's like not a lot of attention and awareness of like what is going on, especially when it comes to like contact with girls, or maybe even like social situations in general. Even though with girls I feel like it amplifies a lot. There's still some like dark areas that I feel that kind of dominate me and prevent me from just having like easy chats, normal conversations, and I would really like to find out more and bring more attention to these areas so that I can just be a bit more free, and be a bit more myself, because it kind of like, I feel like also the older I get, the more it like weighs down on me, and the more I also suffer from that. When I was 20, I didn't even notice, like I was just going out, meeting people, but it's definitely an area where I would like more awareness.
So in case you don't know me, welcome to the channel. My name is Andrew. I've been doing this for the past 15 years of my life. When I was 15 years old, I discovered this passion of talking to girls. I saw my best friend doing it, and I started like hating on him. I was very envious because I couldn't do this, but I wanted, like I felt it in my heart. I'm like, I need to take action. I need to do something. And I wasn't capable of doing it. I was like experiencing all this trauma, all this resistance, all this, and I was like, fuck, man. What does it take to actually relax, release the tension, accept myself, and just go out there, expose myself? Because nobody's perfect, but I couldn't accept the things that I wasn't even conscious about. So about 8 years ago, I became like way more serious about this, and I wanted to do it professionally. And of course I was procrastinating a lot. I couldn't do it. I didn't have any mentors. There was no internet at that point. I started the YouTube channel, and now I run the biggest dating company in Romania. And basically it's been like 3 to 4 years since I'm doing it professionally. And since I'm training a lot of guys such as yourself, sometimes double my age. Yeah, I'm 30 years old only. Sometimes double my age, and I see them struggling with exactly the things that I was struggling with. So it feels to me like I have to be an asshole not to open a channel and not to help guys, men such as yourself, when you're going through this trouble. And the bad part is, even my girlfriend was like, I cannot even comprehend how hard it is for you guys, because she was thinking that it's got to be easy, as a woman, you have options. You think it's the same for guys as well. They don't actually realize how tough it is for us, and also, by the way, they don't judge us. Don't take it like that, but they don't know the process as well. And so in regards to this generation, I wanted to say something, because a lot of you guys don't feel the urgency, and it is fucking urgent. What's happening right now as a society, it is pretty urgent. Like, I'm looking at the generation, and I see our youngsters nowadays, but even guys like 30, 40 years old, like, they're not masculine anymore. So men are becoming women, and women are becoming men. I am disgusted by 80% of the women that I've seen today. They have a masculine walk. They have no femininity, nothing is attractive about them. The walk is like, I don't know, like your brother from high school or something, like a good friend in high school. They walk on these sneakers, like everything is fucked. And what I want to say is, you see this generation going downwards, like on a downward spiral. And you must understand that you need to rush a bit, you need to hurry up, because it will only get worse. And this is the truth. Now, I'm not saying this for you to go into a deeper depression that you might already be in. I'm just saying this for you to acknowledge the fact that you're not doing anything with your life. And you need to understand that whatever action, or in your case, lack of action, you repeat every single day, it becomes an anchor, and it's anchoring you into your reality. You gotta understand this. So by you being afraid of that rejection, having approach anxiety, you don't want to go to her. I mean, you want to go, but you can't. The more you repeat this process, the more you anchor yourself in this lack of trust, and eventually you will procrastinate, because you're trying to fix up your surface when the problems are deep down underneath the surface. That's why I always tell people the best idea would be not to come over here in Bucharest to do the boot camp. That wouldn't be the best idea. The best idea is to do online coaching before, to have some meditations, to work together for like 15 to 30 hours depending on your situation. And then when you are 100% positive that, hey, I understand what's happening, I understand what I need to let go, I understand more about myself, because trust me, our customers from the very first session, they are like mind blown. They're like, what is this, man? I didn't know this. And so after that, it would be recommended to come in person and, you know, have a boot camp. But I strongly suggest, and I highly recommend, you do an online coaching before. Okay? In terms of money, don't use excuses. I don't have money, I don't have time. Stop with the excuses, because that's why you are exactly at the same point in your life where you were like 10 years ago. You keep lying to yourself, oh, the new year resolution, I'm gonna be my new self. That doesn't work. Until you go deep down to see what's happening, that does not work. So stop lying to yourself. You know very well money is not a problem. And if I can guarantee you that you can take it like this, make a calculation of the amount of money that you've made in your life till right now. Let's just say you're 40 years old, yeah? Or like my customer today, he's like 53 years old. You've made around, I don't know, $800,000, or maybe, let's just say in the worst case scenario, $200,000, although I'm pretty sure you made more than that. And if I can guarantee you that maybe you're not gonna change 100%, but if I can guarantee you a chance to make a change that is gonna improve your life at least 50%, that's what I can definitely guarantee you, 50%. And if I'm gonna tell you how much is that worth for you to make that investment, how much would it be? Let's just say 10%. That's a 20K coaching over there for you to change your life almost completely. Like, and we're not even asking for these prices, because we do understand your difficulty. And by the way, I don't give a fuck about your money. Your money to me is energy. Money in general for me is energy. I just attract money. I don't take money. I don't make money. I attract it. And by the way, I think you're going to be upset, but what I do with your money, I just give it to like homeless people, and I just give it, you know, like I pay for my rent and then I just give it away, because money is energy, and I'm not attracted anymore, and I'm not attached to this physical world. And this is what you need to understand. This is what you need to let go, by the way. I see a lot of people with, oh, money, what is? No, stop being attached to this fucking physical world, because you are way more than this. Come back home to your spiritual self. Come back home and connect with the goddamn universe, because he sent you over here. He was like, Robert, there is nothing missing. You don't need anything. And yet, look at you, yet there you are. Every single day you complain about shit. If you carefully look at people, they will always talk to you about the things that they do not have, the things that they want. And that's why they are so fucking upset and frustrated and agitated and anxious, because if you are not grateful, then you're a little shit, you're a little victim that you like to complain about yourself. So this is what's happening. So I would like to smile in this video, but to be frankly honest, I don't feel like smiling. The situation is tragic, it's sad, and I want you to see the reality behind it. And I am so grateful for the two guys that I worked right now. I was in Bucharest, Romanian guys called me, and then I was contacted by other two guys from abroad. You will see them on the channel. And I'm so grateful for this experience, for reminding myself of how tough it is, how big the struggle. And by the way, both of them had instant dates. Both of them had beautiful approaches, and both of them understood like what's the actual process. And by the way, both of them, including myself, all of us, we don't even know until we get coached. We don't even know what is that about. You cannot escape coaching. Coaching is for everyone. That's why I always put my email address over there, and I'm like, please come do this, because it's gonna change your life. Both of them told me, fuck, if I would have known that you are so good, and it's not about ego over here, if I would have known that this information will help me that much and that fast, I would have come 10 years ago. And I'm doing this because I love you with all my heart, and it hurts me to see guys such as yourself that it is so easy, man. You're not missing anything. Nothing is wrong with you. You don't need anything. You don't need money. You don't need bodies. You know, I'm fat as fuck right now. You don't need anything. You can do it. The only thing that's keeping you is the fucking mental prison. And I am here to help you alongside fuckloads of channels. We are here to help you. And so this is why I always attach a 100% refund policy, because I trust in my work, and every single client that I had results with us from the very first day. The reason I'm doing this right now is because I would like to enlarge this community, because I love foreigners. I love to learn about their traditions, and I really want to get to know other people as well. But this is why you feel like I don't give a fuck. You don't feel like I'm needy. You know, this is what these guys told me. Like, I appreciate the fact that you're not needy. Somehow I resonated with you. Well, I'm not needy because I already run the biggest company in Romania, the biggest dating company, which for me, thank you God, that's something interesting. It's not, I'm happy about it. I'm proud about it. And I can travel wherever the fuck I want. That's why you don't catch me very often in Bucharest. So we organize boot camps. We do online coaching from all over the world with whoever. And we also do boot camps in Italy, in Greece, in Croatia, like literally everywhere. So it's not hard for you to just leave me an email until I open a website and I go international. Just leave me an email and we can know each other more, like know each other better over a Zoom call and stuff like that. But I just want you to understand the urgency of this. Society wants you to be antisocial. The reason for I don't want to even mention the name because it's going to block my video, but you know what I'm talking about, what's been happening lately in the world. The reason for that, remember, was it for you to not get out of the house. Since they finished with the lockdowns and stuff, you could have go out of the house, but you had to wear something on your face, and you had to be like 3 meters apart. This is to make you antisocial. This is to bring duality once again and competition and comparing yourself. And by the way, if your neighbor would have partied, for you to just fuck him up, to just like text the government, oh my, you know, like my neighbor is partying, so come and arrest him. You know, that's not normal, by the way. Your own religion, and I don't care what religion you are, your own religion is going to tell you, appreciate people, appreciate your neighbor, love them to the stars and back. You are stardust. We are all from the same mother. Yeah, the spiritual mother, the universe. We are all creators and God himself. How can you fuck somebody up? A neighbor or a friend or a guy on the street? It's not normal. Okay, so it's urgent for you to understand that it might come that in a day further on, like approaches will be illegal on the streets, will be legal only on the internet. You don't have much time left. This is why I'm stressing this about, and I don't know how to stress it more, for you to understand. And I'm not saying come to me to help you. Go to someone that you trust, but look for that help. And by the way, I want to put something into perspective in the closing of this video, because the title is, can you get instant dates over here in Bucharest, Romania? Reality is you can get them everywhere, especially when you get out of the prison. But what I want to put into perspective, I was talking to these guys over here, which I totally love them with all my heart. I had so much fun, and I'm so grateful that I know them, and now I'm friends with them, and I will always be friends with them. I will always want to see them again. But you know, like they had a bit of approach anxiety, like some issues in approaching, fear of rejection, classic stuff. And I was like, put it like this. You think you're going to disturb her, but then I had an interaction, and the woman was like, she told me like this, I am walking down the street every single fucking day. I take care of myself. I go to the salons, you know, I do my hair, I have my teeth, they're perfect, I have my tits out, my pussy out. Like, I want some action. I want guys to notice me. And guess what? You are the first one in like the past 3 months that noticed me. I had to masturbate because nobody comes to me, and I started to think that I have a problem. So that girl, which she was a psychologist, by the way, she was going to therapy to another psychologist because she was starting to think that she has a problem. And you would think this for yourself. You're in your best self, nobody's looking at you like, maybe something wrong with me, you know? So by not approaching women, by not taking that action, we are a disappointment to them, to the universe, and we are fucking everyone up. It's like yin and yang are telling you something, you're like, nah, fuck the laws of the universe. And this is why we are sad, depressed, procrastinating. We are fucking ourselves up. And there's no beautiful thing about this. That's why I'm talking like this. That's why I want you to understand and feel the truth, the sadness, because once you feel it and you accept it, you take action. So in this sad note, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like it, helps me a lot. Subscribe to this channel. I mean, if you watched so far, why not? And definitely let's heal each other out, let's know each other better, and see you next time. Bye bye.